Oh, let's see if I can do that. All right, we're live. Welcome, everyone. Hey, how's it going? Today's topic is something that we talked about a little bit last week. We talked about we're going to be doing a 30-day blitz. So today we're going to be talking about how to really get profit-producing results within your next 30 days. So even if you're brand new, I know Margaret just finished a Business Builder Challenge. Many people on our team just finished Adam and Justice's challenge with MLSP. So we're kind of, I know you guys are probably challenged out, but we're going to do a 30-day push right into Live the Dream so that everybody's walking across stage getting an L1, L2, L3 award. At least that's the hope anyway. So we just do that final push, and then everybody that's going to Texas collects their award. And
hey, speaking of which, is anybody going down Thursday?
I am.
Yeah, I just saw that email. Are you going, April?
I'm going to try. I am leaving early. I'm actually going, I'm going to drive and then stop in New Orleans and then go to my dad's house.
Wait, you're driving from Florida to Texas? No, you're flying into Texas.
No, I'm driving. I'm going to New Orleans. It's like a 12-hour drive or something like that to there. I don't know. And then we're going to stop in New Orleans, and then we're going to go to my dad's. So I probably will be there. I'm going to be there about a week, and you know, Jeff has some friends in New Orleans. We're going to stop and visit and make some fun out of it.
Can I do your wake-up call this Thursday before Live the Dream?
Yeah, if you want.
Because I want to
talk about call anytime.
I want to talk about like what to do at the event.
Okay. Yeah.
Based on what I didn't do last year.
That's a good topic, a really good topic. Yeah, anytime you want to take my call, let me know. I will do that. As long as there's like a stipulation, like you have to be an L2 or above. I know that. So, yeah, definitely. So today's topic, well, real quick, I'll introduce everybody. I'm a little bit flabbergasted, I have to admit, just because I don't even know if that's the right word for it. You can correct me. But I've just walked in from football with my son and then had to hurry up and eat something and then get on this, so I haven't had much time to really get my thoughts together. I just literally sat down at my desk trying to rush around. So lots going on with Live the Dream right around the corner, and I know I'm very eager. Margaret Wilson is also very eager. She's already got her tickets, and Malia and Felix has a prior engagement, but we'll forgive him because he just got started. So we'll forgive you this time. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for joining us live, especially if you are watching right now and you are on our team. Please join us live. I'm telling you that leaders join as a panelist. They come on live. That's what leaders do. And anytime there's an opportunity to do something that a leader would do, I would jump on it because that's what leaders do. Anyway, so I see a lot of people watching right now, and I wanted to just get you guys on because that's really where the action really happens and the growth especially really happens. So even if you're shy, step out of your comfort zone and get on this call with us. We'd love to see you. And Elliot just joined us. How you doing, Elliot?
Doing really, really good. How are you?
I'm doing really, 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 really good. Got you 2 times up on that one.
Hi, Elliot.
Hey, Malia. How are you?
Good, good.
Just good.
Just good.
Really good.
I'm good, but I'll tell you guys a funny story after this.
All right.
I already know, I think. But yeah, so we're tonight actually in Elliot. So we got Elliot here too. That's good because everybody pretty much has a blog. Felix, did you already start your blog, or did you have one already?
I had one. I kind of just started transitioning to a new blog.
Okay, awesome. But you're ready to rock and roll pretty much, you know,
Yes.
with us. Okay, so FYI, guys, we're not starting till Monday. I know I said in my email, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was just typing that we're launching it tonight. We're not. My kids are still not in school, so I figured that would be a great way for me to kick off them like a celebration party. They're going back to school. No, just kidding. Not really, though. I am not kidding. But yeah, so we could start off Monday, and then it just kind of depends. And this is what I shared last week. And Malia, you can step in any time because I want you to be a part of this. I was thinking to have it be like, you know, I'm doing a lot more Instagram, so it doesn't necessarily have to be like you know, a blog or a video type content challenge like we've done in the past, but more like, you know, I would say more than just quotes on Instagram, but there could be a lot of different variations to how we would do that and how you would actually make it unique to your own schedule, you know, so it's not like, you know, you're pumping out blog posts every day or whatever. What do you think?
I think that's good. We're talking about kind of each choosing our own challenge and then holding each other accountable, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it would still be, I would say still content, but I would say that it doesn't necessarily have to be the type of content that, like a blog post, because we're in Instagram now. I mean, you could put a video up on Instagram even, and that could be considered content. I would say not like just posting a quote or something like that would be content. But I would say, you know, setting the challenge like, okay, are you going to do 2 to 3 posts a week? Are you going to do more than that? You know, however it is that you're going to do that. And I'm going to put some worksheets out. I already have some that I could kind of go off of that we could create for this specific challenge. So over the weekend I was going to do that. And then everybody would be able to have like a worksheet that they would fill out every day of, you know, what activities they've done on a daily basis.
Yeah, and I really like the worksheet that you had in the blogging intensive,
Yeah, that one.
the content one. That's a really good one. For me, I fall short with emailing my list. So I'm pretty good at creating content, but I create the content, but I don't tell my list about it. So for me, I think a good challenge would be to email my list every day for 30 days. So I don't know what other people want to do, but I think for me, that's where I fall short. And if I could just do that, you know, a big piece, chunk of my business would probably come together pretty nicely. So.
Wait, so what did I just walk into? What did I get myself into?
Yeah, I know. We're kind of just talking and rambling.
We're doing a challenge, Elliot.
Yeah, do you want to be a part of our challenge?
I am challenged to the maximum challenge right now.
Well,
I know, but you have to challenge yourself more.
yeah.
I think Malia just rolled her eyes at me.
Well, because you have
to do what you feel. That's why we're saying it's not going to be like a challenge where we set the stipulations for your growth. You find the area that you need to work on or whatever, and you set that stipulation.
maybe yours should be being awesome at challenges. Because you're not the best at challenges, to be quite honest.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well,
Constructive criticism?
yeah. Malia's challenge will be not to criticize for 30 days.
That's good.
That's going to be hard.
I need that one, to be honest.
Okay, so let me back up really quick because I kind of got ahead of myself. We went into the nitty gritty, and we're not really there yet. Just so you know, okay, so you know, going through my business, like when I first got started, this is like when I get on a call with somebody and people are usually like, well, what do I got to do? What's the next, 90 days or whatever is going to look like? And it's really simple. It's consistent activity in your business. So, developing your plan, going through your daily plan of action steps, whether it be, you start your day with creating a piece of content. Usually that's what I do. I get that out of the way as soon as possible throughout my day. And then, you're going through and you're making sure that you're calling your leads and all that stuff. So, developing your plan of action and then really challenging yourself to create content. Now, content is key. So if you're watching and you're like, what's content? I didn't know what content was when I started either, and I was creating it. I was creating content but didn't even know what it was, believe it or not. So the content is basically, it can be, if you're doing Instagram, it could be a video on Instagram. It could even be a tip. If you wanted to create more of a lengthier tip, I would say, try to not make it like a simple little, short tip, but try to actually add value. So it's anything of value, really. That's what your content should be. It could be, a YouTube video. It could be a blog post. There's just a lot of different types of content that you can really put out there, but anything that's valuable. And I get a lot of the times A lot of people are always asking me, well, what is content and what types of content? How do I come up with it? Like I understand that because I sometimes am like, what should I blog about today? It could be anything, really, guys. You could be on an MLSP wake-up call for the day and, for the morning wake-up call, and you could do a quick, recap of that call, like maybe your major takeaway on a video on Instagram, on YouTube. And oops, did I mute myself? Okay. How long was that happening for? Uh-oh. What is that? Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, it's Elliot. Elliot, mute. There.
Elliot has a bug in his computer. What in the world? You need to log in and log back out.
Telling him to junk his whole computer.
Oh, that was weird. That was like talking.
Wow.
I don't even know if I did that. Like I hit a key and all of a sudden it did that. So
one thing I wanted to say, I know you're talking about different types of content, but last year when we were preparing for Live the Dream, we were doing a lot of challenges like this as well. And I think it's really important because the momentum that you create right now is going to take you into Live the Dream, and you're actually going to start seeing the results of the work that you're doing now after Live the Dream, which is awesome because after you come out of this incredible, amazing experience, you start seeing results in your business, and it fuels you to keep going. And so that's why we're doing this now, not only for that reason, but when we are sprinting together and building up the camaraderie, encouraging each other, holding each other accountable, it really helps us to bond together as a group. And when we get to live the dream, it's like we've all done this together. We've all accomplished something. It just creates a bond, and I think when you're there, you'll notice that like last year, our group was always together. Like it wasn't like I could say something not nice, but I'm gonna be positive. But but it's not like we were individuals in a sea of all of these people. Like we sat together, we ate together, we hung out together, and people wanted to be a part of our group.
Yeah.
What did you say, April?
I said we ate together on April, and I've even had other people like joining us and eating with. Who was that one guy? I forget his name. Oh, I won't mention names. But anyways, yeah, we were like,
I don't know.
I had like a big thing of pizza. Next thing, people are coming over and eating with us. It was fine though.
I know.
Cool.
Obviously, it was fine.
Yeah, I'm like.
But it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was cool because you knew people, and there were a lot of people there, and I applaud those people for coming, but they were kind of alone, and you had to meet people, and we already knew each other from work.
So are you saying that we're not going to know each other this time?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we're going to work our butts off for the next 30 days, and we're going to celebrate our victory when we see each other at Live the Dream. It's going to make it that much sweeter. That's what I'm saying. Because we're working hard. We're all working hard to accomplish something. Some of us, like me, I'm obviously trying to get to L3. But not only that, like, this 30, like if Margaret participates, we're all going to help her to get to L1. We're all going to help each other accomplish our goals so that we can walk across the stage together. So I think
like, they call us up individually though.
They do.
Oh, stop.
They do call us up individually, but when you know that you helped me to achieve my goal, then it's a victory for you as well.
Yeah.
You're not gonna throw me off my game because I already thought about this.
I think it's all true. I think it's great.
And you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it.
I'm in like Flynn. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so that I agree. I completely agree. And there is a unicity here that we have as a team that, you know, we have a special team that is.
Well, we do. I mean, April, when you think about it, first of all, I mean, there's some people that have their groups in MLSP or whatever. There is no one with the amount of people that are successful in MLSP as this group has. There's just no way. I mean, this group is absolutely insane. So, and obviously a lot of that's because of what you started and, you know, these calls that you've been doing every week since I've known you. I mean,
Crazy me. It's because I started dancing on tables and everybody just wanted to come dance with me.
Is that what it was? Well, no, I mean, it's true though. We're
The cool kids.
it's a special group, that's for sure.
Yeah, so for Live, because we're all excited about Live to Dream because it's like next month. But I was thinking about getting.
Sorry, Felix is new, right?
Yeah, new. And Sizzle too. All of us.
I just saw that. That's awesome.
I feel like
First
we can
of all,
openly talk about Sizzle now.
second of all, is it Felix? Is it too late for you to make plans for Live the Dream? Have you thought about it?
It's too late. You missed it already.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I actually have a trip planned that weekend.
Oh, okay. All right.
Talk to April about it.
Cool. That's all right. It's gonna be fun, but we'll take pictures for you. We'll
Your
Photoshop
trip
you
is
into the
good.
pictures.
You leave a space for me.
Yeah.
Elliot wants to hire a photographer. I don't know what they all got going on. They have something going on.
I think we should hire a photographer, and I think we need shirts.
Well, I was thinking of wristbands. I was just gonna say that, like, you know, the "What Would Jesus Do" wristbands. I wanted to get "What Would a Top Earner Do" wristbands, and then maybe put something like, I don't know, like I don't know what our team name is, Master Marketers Team. I don't know.
Yeah.
Help me! You don't have to laugh. Help me. I'm not this
We
smart.
definitely need we need a rebranding. We need to rebrand the team.
Okay,
Well,
Damien,
rebrand it.
brand away.
Well, no, it's
I-
April's team. She's gotta lead that.
Well,
I'm just making the suggestion as a lower level employee of this team.
You have to, if you're gonna make a suggestion, you got to come with a solution.
well, I'm not gonna call it the April Marie team. So if we gotta come up with a name, yeah. I do know people that do, like, they put their stuff. It's like, I mean, I can see if it's your product or something. I do have that for my product, but they put their name and then they put their team, and I'm like, okay. Okay. But yeah, it's everybody's team. I don't feel like it's my team. It's everybody's team. It's our team. Our teams. So, okay, so enough about the team. We actually have people watching, so.
Well, they're on the team too.
Hello.
Email your name request to april@aprilmamieparker.com.
Yes. If you guys have an idea for the name of the team, I don't know. Master Marketers team is nice. I don't know what's available.
It's good. We need
It's
something like
generic,
short and powerful that we could have like a logo for.
like Elcos.
Global
No,
Master
not like
Marketers
Elko.
team. Global Master Marketers team.
That's not short and punchy.
There's no such thing as short and punchy. All those domains I've taken. But anyways, we'll talk about it another time.
All right.
So 30 days. Okay, so Elliot, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Like when you guys started, what did you do to like kickstart your success? Because you were pretty successful pretty quickly. I would say you were, and I know you don't think that, but seriously, you were.
Well, I think looking back, it seems like it all happened quickly. When I was doing it at the beginning, like, it seemed like it took forever, to be honest. But I understand looking back that it was shorter than what would be typical, I guess. My first 30 days are pretty clear. So, the main thing I did my first 30 days was I'm trying to make it a succinct list. So, so obviously, I went to Live the Dream felt like the day after I joined MLSP, but it was maybe a couple weeks after. So after Live the Dream is kind of when I felt like I started my 30 days. But basically, I attended every hangout that I could. I had pages and pages of lists of things that I wanted to accomplish, but the way I personally word goals is less about like I didn't have like an L3 goal or anything like that. I know that some people do, and I'm not saying that's not a good goal, because it is, but I thought of it more in terms of feelings I would have. So whether it was positivity or cash flow or how those kinds of things, how I would feel in 3 months and 6 months, and basically I just worked backwards. So I just made a list of what I needed to do every single day, and the majority of that revolved around creating content in the beginning. So for the first 30 days, Malia was a big help with that, because her and I really challenged each other early on, and in a similar kind of fashion as what we're talking about tonight, to create content. And both Malia and I did quite a few videos and a lot of blog posts, and so that kind of thing, getting into that habit of developing content was a huge thing for me early on. Malia, can you think of anything else that we did early on?
Did you mostly do review content, or what type of content?
I think I primarily focused on review content, but I did a lot of mindset content early on, which I wouldn't say is a mistake, but it's also not something that people typically search for necessarily. It's not like you're going to get people into MLSP because you're writing about mindset. I think those posts are good to write in addition to content people are going to find and want to learn more about MLSP. But yeah, it was content targeted towards network marketers,
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, we both kind of did the same thing, and I guess maybe. I mean, it works. That's really all. That's really all I have to say about it. Is it definitely works, and that's kind of where we started. And we were accountability partners, and we checked in with each other all the time, and yeah, it's really that's really what it's about. The person with the most content out there wins. It's not.
Yeah, the cumulative effect of content is undescribable. It's until you just blindly put up posts. I shouldn't say blindly, because you want to learn at least a little bit about keyword research and things like that. A lot of that stuff I already knew, so there wasn't really a learning curve there for me. So if I was new to blogging when I started, I would have spent small amounts of time learning, the basics of SEO. That would have been important if I didn't know those already. So how to structure a blog post, how to keyword research and find a good search term with low competition. Things like that are important. So being able to write that content specifically for keywords that people are searching for is important. But then just really, I guess when I say blindly writing content, I'm more talking about writing it without the need of anyone ever finding it, right? So you're just writing content, and you're doing the best you can with what you know that day, and you're putting it out there. And all of a sudden, a couple months goes by, and you're all of a sudden getting, you know, hundreds of people a day looking at your posts that you wrote 2 months ago, because they're finally starting to catch on places. And
that's what happened to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was blindly putting content out. Actually, you guys weren't here last week when I really shared the real story of how I got started. I'll share it again. I never really shared this, but what I was doing, I mean, I might have shared on a call personally with people, but never really live before last week anyways. What I was doing was I was just putting content up on Facebook. So I was just, you know, putting videos up on Facebook. And then I was, and it was so interesting because when I started, I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't know what to do. I just seriously would look for any little thing. So I started like immersing myself in Randy Gage books, wake-up calls, everything I could get my hands on your first year in network marketing. And then every day I would just create a video on something that I learned like the night before. And so I would do a video and I put it up on my Facebook and I would tag someone. I would tag people in my video. And this was this training that somebody had put out on, you know, on Facebook marketing through MLSP. This was 4 years ago, back when it was a kind of okay to do that. And so I would tag random people in my video, and then I started to get some people complaining that they didn't like being tagged. And so what I decided to do, because they were like, hey, well, I'm not in the video. Why are you tagging me? And I'm like, well, you're right. You're not in the video. So what I decided to do was to give shout-outs to people and then tag them in the video. So every day, like before I would do my video, I would sit down and I would write a list of all the new people that added me that day as my friend. I'm not kidding you guys. Like I had like 200 to 400 people requesting me every day on Facebook. It was insane. The strategy worked so good, but it wouldn't work today. Just so you guys know, it wouldn't work today. You'd be thrown off of Facebook. This was back when like it was like the gold mine on Facebook was happening. So I would get all these like, you know, friend requests. So everybody that I would approve, I'd make a list of everybody I would approve, and at the end of the video, like I would give this, you know, spiel about whatever it was I learned, and I would actually do really weird things like put glasses on my dog and do like I would actually do role playing with my dog, prospect role playing, and do really weird things. And so then at the end of the video, I would do a shout out, and I said, okay, and now it's time for the shout outs. And I would shout out to everyone that added me, and then I would tag each and every one of them so they couldn't say that they weren't in the video, because now they were.
I would love to see one of those original videos, April.
Yeah, you gotta go look through my Facebook. I don't know where they did with all my videos. Okay, so I didn't have a fan page. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I didn't have a blog. I didn't have anything. So when I talk about 30 days, usually I talk about 90 days a lot. But in my first 30 days, actually it was 90 days, I made a commitment to do a video every day. And it was just a simple I mean, sometimes they're a little bit longer, I will admit, like when I would do prospecting with my dog, that took a little bit more time. But yeah, I mean, I would just put out a video every day, and I was just like shocked because people were actually like connecting with me and wanted to connect with me and wanted to join my opportunity. And I would say within like 30 to 90 days, I was like signing up people very, very regularly into my opportunity. So this wasn't just signing people up into MLSP, because back then, guys, there wasn't mastery. So we didn't have the 100%. It was like a $15 commission when you sign somebody up, whoop-de-doo, you know. Now it's 100 with mastery, but then I would get them into my opportunity. But even then, I was getting calls from people that were like, what business are you in? And I would create events. So I was just, all of these activities I started to do that I learned in MLSP, they started to really come together. After about 30 days, I started to see some of those results, some of the results of my hard work, right? Because now I've been working very hard and I've been working consistently. I would literally drop my kids off at preschool, because at the time they were like 3 and 4. So I would drop them off at preschool, and I would come home and I would do a video, and I would literally say, okay, well, I'm going to have to go run and get my kids from preschool. They were babies. It was just it was a very, very, it was an awesome experience. It taught me a lot, and especially, you know, I think the most inspiring thing that you can take from it is that I didn't know anything. I didn't have a blog. I didn't even know what one was. I didn't know a thing. And that's what I did. I just started immersing myself and becoming a student. And I became a very good student. And I think, if anything, for anybody that's getting started, if you're going to take one big takeaway from anything you learned tonight, it's to be a student. Immerse yourself in the industry. I have made it one of my personal goals to know pretty much everything that's going on around here in online and network marketing, okay? Seriously. I educate myself. I'm on newsletters. I'm on a lot of people, leaders lists. I'm reading their emails. I know pretty much what everybody's doing. I'm not saying I spend all my time doing that, but I do keep my eyes open, you know, what's going on, and I'm always, 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 always educating myself, whether it be through MLSP stuff, I'm reading, you know, Audible, all kinds of things, you know, magazines. We have the Success magazine, so I'm constantly feeding my mind, and that's really got me a lot of great results, because now I'm pretty quick on my feet. I don't really have that much of, you know, what am I going to talk about anymore, because I'm always learning something new, or there's always something new happening that you know, I can talk about. So I would say, if anything you're going to take away about content, the only way you're going to get content is by learning. You need to learn. You need to be a student of the industry, and you need to go into MLSP and start learning, and then you'll always have things to talk about in content or whatever. So what do you think about that?
Some huge stuff, April. You know, and I don't even know if you probably realize that you did it, but, you know, newbies that are on here, you know, or people just getting started, what she really touched on there is not only be a student, but also implement what you learn, and then there's your content. Use that to teach it to others with your content. That's, you know, that's a great process right there to get started. You know, even if it's just a simple couple lines on Facebook saying, hey, I read this book today, here's a quote, here's what I got from the quote.
I see Danny Johnson in the background there.
Oh, yeah. My husband is reading that book.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a really good book. I have that book too, and I read it all the way.
I haven't read it all the way through, and he just dug into it, and he says, you know, he says, this book is awesome. He said, I've learned so much just from reading this book.
Yeah. I was going to say, too, you know, one of the things that I often hear a lot of, like, speakers, authors, you know, trainers on, you know, success and things like that say is to actually, like, when you're going through, like, I just almost finished the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and he says, like, he's going through a chapter, and he's like, okay, during this chapter, what I want you to do is I want you to teach it to somebody. Like, go out and teach it to somebody. So not just, you know, sit down, you know, write notes and, you know, absorb the information, but now, once you have the information, actually go out and teach it to somebody. Because that's the best way to learn anything. The teacher always learns the most. I'm not kidding you. The only way to really, really immerse, you know, the information in your brain, really embed it in your brain, is to actually go out and teach it. So if you learn it, teach it. Go out and do a video about it and be the teacher. You learn something new, now you need to go teach it to somebody. A lot of times people will be like, well, I don't know what to do. Well, the only way to know what to do is to start doing. That's the only way to know. I don't know what to tell you, because that's the only way I learned. I didn't have very, I mean, I had, you know, a mentor, like a business coach, you know, a partner and stuff like that, but not anybody to really teach me internet marketing. I learned it by doing it. I learned how to do blogging by watching a few simple videos and by MLSP, but I had to do it to learn it.
Yeah, I think network marketing is truly hands-on when it comes to learning. You know, it's a hands-on learning profession. You can read, but it's so different when you go out and try and implement, you know, or try to learn that new tool. Say, take for example Instagram. Okay, I've downloaded the app, so I've got my start. And I've posted a few things, but I need to go back and rewatch April's training on Instagram and learn how to do some of those things in some of the other applications, because I got in there, I'm like, I don't know how to do anything.
No, that's true. I had to watch the videos lots of times when I first got started at MLSP. So, guys, I wanted to really quick touch on, there's been a lot of things going on, people talking about YouTube. In fact, I just had a strike on my account, so I did want to bring that up tonight, but not in a negative light, because I'm not going to stop posting on YouTube, and I'm not going to stop using YouTube to grow my business. I get a lot of leads from YouTube, and there is no way that I am going to let some robots that are out there doing their thing, flagging videos and stuff like that, stop me. There's no way. But I do want to touch on ways to make sure that you're safe, because I don't want anybody getting, their account shut down and then being like, all my stuff is gone. So I do want to talk about that, and then I want to really go over a daily action plan, which is the 10 daily steps to firing your boss in My Lead System Pro. So I thought we'd go over that, because that's what's really going to bring this challenge together. I don't want people going in really blind of this challenge. I'm going to have some worksheets for you, so you'll be able to map it out yourself as far as scheduling and stuff like that. I have some resources already. I'm just going to rebrand them a little bit so that they make, so they're for this challenge anyways. But that would be your homework. So as soon as you get that, that's going to be your homework, is to fill that out and really map it out. I'm also, and you guys are more than welcome to have it, but I have a keyword worksheet if anybody wants a keyword worksheet, if they want to write out their keywords for the next 30 days, if they're going to do that kind of content, I'd be happy to give it to you. Just ask for it. But with this challenge, like I said, it's going to be, you set your own stipulations. It's not going to be, content driven or whatever. If you want it to be mailing your list, that is perfectly fine with me. If you want to focus on an area that you struggle, I will tell you that for me, it's going to be content based. I am going to do, whether it be a Instagram video, a YouTube video, or a blog post, it's going to be one of those three. That's going to be five times a week for me. So that's my goal, is to have 5 pieces of real content a week. Not every day, because I like my Saturday and Sunday to be nothing like that. But if I have to make up because I didn't do it on Friday, I will. So that's going to be my my challenge for myself. But like I said, it's going to be whatever it is that you want to do. Now, the activities that you should be doing on a daily basis is marketing. Okay, that is one of the most profit-producing techniques, or not techniques, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of the word. Elliot, help me. You're smart. What's the word? You're not even paying attention. I know you. I know you're not paying attention. You're like writing a blog post. You're trying to get a head start on us. I know it. Activities. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Actually, it popped in my head as you were saying it, Malia.
Activities.
Profit-producing activities that you could be doing is creating marketing. Marketing really builds on itself. Malia and Elliot touched on this a few minutes ago. Actually, the person with the most marketing out there is I wouldn't say they're the winner, but you are getting the most results. It's really difficult for somebody to catch up with me, because I have 400 pieces of content on my blog. I have close to 400 videos on YouTube. And so it's difficult for somebody to even compare themselves to somebody that that has that amount of content, and if they're just getting started. You see what I'm saying? So because I have all that marketing out there, though, that's marketing that's working for me while I sleep, while I take my kids to football, while I'm doing whatever. Okay, because I'm getting leads. I'm seeing while I'm out at football with my son, I'm seeing activity happening in my business from activity that I did years ago. Okay, it could have been an MLSP video that I did 2 years ago. I'm seeing activity while I'm sleeping when I wake up in the morning because of things I did 2, 3, 4 years ago. So it's the activity that you do today that's going to lead to more activity tomorrow. And I did a really good call this morning on this. kind of this topic actually of people expecting a result right away for work that they're doing. It doesn't work like that. Expect to be paid later, guys. This is I wouldn't say you're not going to get paid for years, but expect to get paid 90 days from now, for work that you're doing right now. It's just like the law of reaping and sowing, I believe it is called. You're sowing those seeds. Right now you're sowing the seeds. You'll reap the reward 90 days from now, because the fruit doesn't come for 90 to 120 days. So that's when you'll start to see the fruit. So you have to remember that when you're going into this. I'm not saying in the next 30 days. I can guarantee if you seriously took the next 30 days really seriously, you would see profit-producing results in your business. There is no doubt in my mind. But how many of you are going to do it is the question. Like, how many of you are going to stick with it and really take it seriously for the next 30 days? So the challenge is here. We want to support you. We want to help you. What I would do right now is if you want to be in this challenge, find yourself an accountability partner. Find yourself somebody that you can connect with and just say, hey, where are you at? Where are you at today? What's up? And you can just kind of say, hey, I created a piece of content today. I mailed my list. I called a few people. I made 10 new connections on Facebook. Whatever it is that you're challenging yourself on right now, you would discuss with your accountability partner, of course, and then let them know where you're at for the day. Okay? So that is going to be your homework assignment before we get started, is to find yourself over the weekend. You got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Find yourself an accountability partner, somebody that you can talk to and is on a mission just like you are. Okay? And connect with them. Like every day, Monday, maybe it's going to be Monday through Friday, whatever it is that your days are, just to even shoot them just a quick message. Doesn't mean you have to get on the phone and talk to them or anything like that. It's just a message saying, hey, I created a piece of content today, or whatever. Just letting them know, checking in, just checking in. Wanted to let you know, Malia, I created a video and put it up on YouTube. You don't have to give them a play-by-play, but you know what I mean. And so do that. Get an accountability partner, and then hold each other accountable. Keep each other accountable, because that is a lot of people, they don't realize how beneficial that really is. It really is beneficial. I get a lot of accountability in this house. I'll just say that, because my partner and I live together, and it's pretty. Sometimes it's pretty intense. He's we're both together doing this together, so we're always holding each other accountable. So you bet at dinner time we're talking about what we did for the day and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy for me. But of course, if you need an accountability partner, it can't be everybody's. But if you want to check in with me, that's fine. I'd be happy to do that. The third thing I would do is print out the 10 daily action steps to firing your boss in your back office at MLSP.
Dad, you're talking.
Sorry.
Okay. Print out the 10 daily action steps to fire your boss in the back office at MLSP, and go through that checklist. I would say under the days that you're working. I understand not everybody works their business full time, so so when I'm talking to you, understand that I understand that you don't work full time and you're not doing this full time. You're doing it part time. So you should pick the days that you're going to make sure that you go through that, and go through that list every day. That's in your back office in my Lid System Pro. And then I'll have those worksheets for you too. Thursdays we'll definitely touch base on how the challenge is going. How people are doing and stuff like that. A lot of people, MLSP, so a lot of people are like, if you're kind of holding back and you're not really sure you want to go live the dream because of money or whatever, make it a goal right now. Set your goals in place right now that you want to make enough money to be able to cover your live the dream expenses. Even if you don't do it, you're still that much further ahead in your business. So my next assignment would be to create some goals, something, things that you want to accomplish during this challenge. So whether it be, you want to walk across stage at Live the Dream, you want to have, 2 signups in your business, you want to have, you want to earn a certain amount of money. I try not to, put earning goals too much in there, but if that's something that's important to you, like you just haven't made, let's say maybe you've never made any money online and you'd like to just at least see your first $100 come in, whatever it might be, write a goal and put it somewhere where it's visible, okay? Like, I actually have a pretty big goal for August. I'm just going to say what it is. It's 40 masteries this month. That's a pretty big goal. Trials. I'm not saying they're all going to stay, but 40 trials. And I'd say I'm on track. I'm on track to do that for sure. So, I'm pushing for it. That's a goal I have. I have notepads, a sticky note over by my desk to remind me all the time that I am pushing for 40 MLSP mastery signups this month. I've also got another big goal. I want to get first place for the affiliate contest for Live the Dream. So I've got that going too. So those give you some ideas of some different types of goals. Yours might not be 40 signups. That's just where I'm at in my business right now. But it could be 2 signups within the next 30 days. Whatever it is, it depends on where you're at in your business. Elliot would be different than Felix just getting started. Elliot might say his goal is 15 to 20 MLSP mastery signups, whatever it is. Felix though, because he's just getting started, he would probably place a goal more like 2 to 5. If he's really like me, I like to always shoot higher. If I miss, it doesn't matter to me. I don't mind. But some people like to be more realistic, and I understand where you're coming from. I'm a little. I always aim higher, and I find that way I'm reaching really high. I find that if you set your goals too low, you'll actually limit yourself. You know what I mean? You're actually not going to get as good a result as you could. So I always put it a little bit higher. I say 40 signups. I know that I have a good chance of getting that, but even if I fell short of 40 signups, I'm cool with it. I'm not like, I'm not heartbroken over it. It's good. It's good. If I fall short of 40 signups, I know that I'm on track. That's a good thing. So think of it differently. If you're feeling like you're being a little humble with yourself or holding back, set your goals high. I found that really works. So that would be my 4th assignment for you guys to really get going the right way in this challenge, and so that way the next 30 days are the most profit producing for you. So I actually really quick, Malia, did you want to share anything? Elliot?
I think those are great assignments to get done before Monday. Very doable.
Yeah, I'll work on those. I'm going to make a note to myself right now because I'll forget. I'm going to work on the worksheets tomorrow. I'm going to try really hard to get them out to you guys tomorrow. That way you guys have them for the weekend and you can write down all of that. I even have goal worksheets and stuff. So I'll get that all to you guys, and that way you guys can really start this thing off. And those were worksheets that I shared in my course, actually, that was part of the course that I did. And so people paid a lot of money to be in that course, and I'm going to just give them to you for free as long as you're on the team, of course, in MLSP. So I'll post those in the MLSP group, and then you can have access to those. I wanted to really quick, Elliot, unless you have something to say, I wanted to really quick go into MLSP and show you what's going on and how to protect your videos.
Nope, that's fine. And actually, I have to sign off. I'm gone for the weekend. I got a couple calls to make, but okay. I wanted to say I'm looking forward to the challenge, even though I got suckered into it somehow. I don't know. I showed up and all of a sudden
Don't talk like that. I'm gonna come over there. I can't wait to see it Live the Dream. You have a lot of spankings coming. Get the battle out. Get the battle out.
All right, love you guys. Good to see you.
All right, see you.
Bye, Elliot.
All right, so I really quick wanted to share my screen and show you. And Malia probably knows how to do this, but Felix doesn't. Now, one of the cool features of MLSP is that you have video hosting. So literally, you have, can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. So literally, you have the ability to protect all your media, really. You could even put audios back here. You can put videos and audios right here. You can also create QR images. I mean, people don't really ever look right here, I don't think. A lot of times I share with people that there's you know, videos and stuff like that that you can put back here, and they're like, really, where? Articles, which also I actually shared that in my course. So those of you that have gone through my course, you know that I use the articles for my reviews. That's one of the strategies. You also can do the custom links, and then this is your hosted media, so you can put for your lead capture pages and stuff like that. But your videos and audios is back here. Now, what I would do with YouTube, the way it's acting right now, actually, am I in the wrong? I thought I had, let me see here. 1 second, guys. Okay. I see what's going on. I'm in the wrong area, I think. I think I went to the wrong place. Okay, yeah, this is it right here. So you want to go to MLSP hosted media, and that's where you can add it. Now with these, and what's really cool about the hosted media back here that you can do is that you can add like little capture forms and stuff in here, guys. So these are really neat. If you are wanting to generate leads with your videos, you can actually redirect people and all kinds of stuff right through your videos. So keep that in mind of how cool and sexy some of this stuff really is. I'll just really quick familiarize. It's been a while since I've even been back here. Allow full screen, show control, do nothing. Okay, so when the video finishes playing, you would just select auto redirect or show an opt-in form, show cost. Like if you want to put a banner or let's say you want to put a picture that pops up. A lot of the times people will stop watching a video and you know, they don't really know what to do or whatever. You can actually redirect them automatically to your MLSP lead capture page. So for example, if you have it over on your blog and you put that up on your blog, you know, you took the embed code and the HTML and you put that up on your blog in your blog post, which that's what you definitely want to do that. Then you, as soon as they're done watching the video, it automatically redirect them to, you know, let's say you wanted to share, let's say you gave them an Instagram tip and you wanted to share with them, you know, the Instagram training, okay, a lead capture page, then you could automatically have it just redirect after it's done playing. So this is a really, really awesome feature that, you know, is underused in my opinion. It definitely is. So you definitely want to check that out. And then this is where you can put the custom HTML, and it's really simple to do this, to add your hosted media back here. You just click on add hosted media and literally just fill in the stuff. It will automatically do that. And then of course your video, let me see if I can really quick go back to the edit. Oh, and you can also change the color too. So you can change the background color. Let's say my color is purple. I don't think it did that though. Okay. And then you can also send people just to the link. So let's say you just only wanted to send a link. This is actually really cool for, like, for example, let's say you were sending out something to your list. Okay. See, what happens is people, like especially in marketing, we want to keep people you know, paying attention to what we're talking about. We don't want them wandering off on, like YouTube is crazy because there's so many other videos and your competition's right there along the side and all this stuff. This actually allows people to stay focused on your video versus them seeing everybody else's videos and all that stuff, you know, along the side on YouTube, and then automatically it will automatically start maybe even playing another video and commercials and all their other stuff, right? So let's say, for example, you want to put a video in here and you just wanted to send this direct link right to your list. So instead of even sending them to your blog post, which I don't know about you guys, but I got a lot of stuff going on in my blog, maybe I only want them to pay attention. Now, what if I had redirect right after the video is done playing? Let's do it with the opt-in form. You can put a form in here, an opt-in copy, an autoresponder. You can set it up. You can create your own. I'm not going to do that right now, but auto direct. We'll say auto redirect. update. And let's say that, oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. And you can also, I believe, turn this off too.
These clickable images, you're making more money. See you around. Bye.
Okay, so let's see here. That didn't redirect. Hold on. I might have a cookie problem. Oh. Okay. Anyways, I want to show how cool it is, but there it is.
If you enjoyed this today and creating awesome videos with these clickable images, you're making more money. See you around. Bye.
Well, maybe it doesn't work on this page, unless I didn't save it, right? Did I not? Oh, it says do nothing. Hold on, something's not right. Oh, I didn't put a URL. Hang on, guys. I promise it will work. One second. I'll put the InstaBizBuilder one in there. Oh, so I'm going to actually put the Instagram one in there. So it wasn't MLSP, it's human error. It always is. Alright, so I'm going to update that, and then I'm going to go back, and I want to show you how fancy this is. It's so cool.
I love it.
There we go. See how cool that was? It just redirected automatically. Magic. It's magical. So I wanted to show you guys that because this is, in my opinion, something that you should use probably, and I would say instead of YouTube, even though YouTube's acting funky right now. I would put this in your blog because of the cool features, and you have, I mean, you could put a lot of videos back here. So you have all this hosting that's already included with your mastery. And it's definitely a tool that is fancy. So just want to share that. Now, Malia, have you ever used that before?
I have used Toasted Media for like welcome videos and stuff like that, but not like that. So I definitely think I'm going to start using it because I create videos to put on my blog, and so that's definitely a great feature. And last night during Mark Harbert's training, he talked about framing the offer with your video, and I think that that's perfect because if you redirect them to your offer or to a training, that video gives you the perfect space to frame it with no distractions, because that's just what it is, and then they're automatically redirected, so you're basically taking them to where you want them to be without them really knowing what you're doing. So it looks really cool.
Yeah, they don't even know. Like, you could say, you could even let them know that they're going to be redirected after this video. They don't even have to click a link, guys. Usually we're like, click the link below. You don't even have to say that. You just say, all right, and then stay tuned because you're going to see the next, thing on another page, whatever.
Yeah.
Wherever you're sending them to. You just let them know that you're going to be redirected here. And, you could put a strong call to action to opt in, to take a look because there's a really good training over there on Instagram or whatever. So you could really just make your call to action something different instead of clicking the link, make it, opt in.
Yeah.
Really work. Right, exactly. So yeah, I wanted to share that. Now with YouTube, you still want to upload to YouTube. Don't get me wrong. Upload to YouTube. Don't be afraid of YouTube. I don't believe that it's something that's going to last very long. I don't even know, I have a hard time believing that YouTube is just allowing people to flag people, and not really noticing that many flags. I guess Ray Hidkin had his video flagged 60 times or something like that, and I'm like, how does YouTube not know that that's, foul play?
Yeah.
Know that.
I agree with you because they say YouTube has 40,000 employees that monitor this stuff, and you would think that Google would know that there's malicious activity going on. How could they not? So,
Well, not too long ago, I think like 3 years ago, Google slapped our whole industry, didn't want us doing pay-per-click anymore. That was actually, I think, 4 years ago. I had just gotten started. I don't remember exact time. I never really got into the whole, I mean, a lot of people made fortunes off of Google PPC. And basically Google just went poof, you know, all of a sudden just slapped everyone off of Google, and a lot of people were hurt. And they've done it a couple of times. You know, they've sandboxed websites and everything. So, you know, we just got to continue to be creative, really. You know what I mean? I think instead of just, you know, focusing on, like if you're focusing only on video, then maybe it's a good idea now to start focusing you know, efforts maybe on blogging and video and doing both, but with, like I said, using the MLSP, maybe adding on Instagram. Instagram is a great place to be right now. Facebook's still really good, you know?
yeah, I think it has to do with value-driven content as well. You know, Google has slapped a lot and shut down a lot, but a lot of those sites had no value whatsoever. And so I just think if you're leading with value, you're being authentic, being genuine, then, you know, that's really all you have to do. And Ray was shut down, but the reality is that his channel being shut down probably is not going to impact his income in the slightest, because he does exactly what you said. He not only does video, he blogs, he has a podcast, you know, he has several things that he does. Yeah, and so, I mean, you've always taught us not to have all of our eggs in one basket, you know. You've always said, you know, blogging and video, like make sure you do them together, and, you know, do Instagram. So I think that we have laid the foundation properly to where one channel getting shut down really isn't going to impact. I would hope so. But I think going forward too, it just solidifies the fact that you need to be creating content that's value driven, and you have got to repurpose it. You know, you have to do multiple things with it. And even I was thinking myself about company reviews, and you know just as well as I do that that's a very lucrative piece of content to create. And looking at the company reviews out there, a lot of people do them the same. You know, they have the whiteboard behind them with the company name written on the whiteboard, and you know, it's just kind of a cookie-cutter presentation where they just put in the name of the company and everything else is the same in every single video they create. Now, you know, I don't know how valuable of content that is, but I still think that creating a company review is great, but how can we think outside of the box and really educate somebody not only about the company but the industry and make it value driven, you know? And I just think, like for you, your company reviews are longer than normal. They're not the 3 to 5 minutes type things. You know, they're often 10 minutes, but it's not because, I mean, it's because it's really good, concrete, like good researched information. And so, I don't know, I think that in my experience with the search engine stuff and Google shutting down websites, it's always the spammy things that really get shut down. And they do it, there's a slap, and then the people that are going to continue to create valuable content will just get back, keep creating, and build up in a more authentic and genuine way.
Yeah, I agree, and that's what you have to do things that are going to set you apart from what everybody else is doing. I see it all the time. People posting the same stuff over and over and over again. And I'm not talking about LSP people. I'm talking about people in companies. I mean, I can't even believe on Instagram sometimes I'm just like, really? Another picture of a stomach?
Of eyelashes. Really?
Yeah, that stuff is just so overly done. And you have to stand out. You have to find a way to stand out. If you don't do that, and I'm not saying right now because you're just getting started, it's okay. You're not going to stand out right now. You will find your path to shine. Don't think that you have to know everything now or know where you're supposed to be or how you're supposed to. You know, my image has changed so many times. In fact, I'm rebranding myself. Come this fall, winter, I'm going to be rebranding and redoing all of my brands. So, you know, those are things that are going to happen because as you grow as an entrepreneur and as you grow as a person, you know, your vision changes from time to time, you know, and how you want to be and model yourself to, you know, your team and everything else. You know, my role is kind of changing a little bit. I've decided I really like the mobile lifestyle. So I really want to portray that in my image and my branding. I want to attract people that are interested in going mobile with their business. So that's where I'm heading, and I'm changing. So it was, you know, I do social media, blogging, video, all this stuff, but now I really want to go more into the mobile side of things because I know that's where a lot of things are heading nowadays. And so I'm changing. And that's what you're supposed to do. So don't think you have to know where you're going to be right now or anything like that. You will progress. You will grow. Things will evolve. You know, eventually they are just going to evolve. So, guys, that's what I would do. I would do your homework, get your goal setting done, get an accountability partner, print out the 10 daily action steps to firing your boss. Start now. Start practicing now. Create your first piece of content now, too. I mean, if you're somebody who's like, I don't want to wait for Monday, create your piece of content now. Well, and I love how Mary always says, well, nobody's looking. Just do it. And that is true. Just do it. Because, you know, it doesn't even matter. You could just introduce yourself. So whatever the piece of content is, it doesn't matter right now. Right now, all that matters is that you get a piece of content out there, that you get over that hurdle. It's almost like you just need to get over that hurdle of just doing it, okay? And getting out there and just creating your first piece of content. And like I said, it doesn't have to be anything, you know, crazy. You don't have to, don't try to be like anybody else, you know what I mean? Or don't think you have to be like anybody else. Just be you and be authentic and you'll be good to go. So what you think, guys? Felix, we haven't heard much from you.
I know, I've been quiet. First time on. I think it's great stuff, man. I'm really soaking it in, and I'm looking forward to taking part in this challenge. I just want to start getting some content out there. Got to think about an accountability partner, but this is great stuff. I'm glad I'm here and part of the team.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. And I appreciate you coming on, Felix, because you're new. And I know it is kind of like, oh, you know, you don't know what to expect and stuff, but you came on live. And I've been seeing more of that lately, people that are brand new coming on live. And I love to see that because I'm like, step out of your comfort zone. That is, I actually challenged myself in the beginning because I was so fearful of everything. I was so fearful to call my leads. I was so fearful to get in the video. I was so fearful of just my own shadow. I was scared, guys. Because I didn't feel like I was adequate. I felt like I was just a cocktail waitress and who's going to listen to me? I had no self-esteem. And so for me, what I did was I challenged myself to step out of my comfort zone a little bit more every day. And by doing that, and I'm not kidding you guys, I don't even remember like where I read it. I read it somewhere. Like it was like step out of your comfort zone. I think it was Crush It. That was like the book that opened my eyes to everything by Gary Vaynerchuk. And it, by the way, that's in your resources too. If you haven't read that book yet, it's there is an ebook in your team resources on that. But I did that every day. I just made it a little bit. I stepped a little bit more each and every day out of my comfort zone, and I literally challenged myself to face my fear until I wasn't fearful anymore. So I forced myself to call my leads. I forced myself to create a video every day. Part of that was my challenge because I was very afraid of the video, of the video camera, not the video, but the video camera. I stumbled on my words, and I remember Jeff just saying, you know what, you just get it done. and you just focus on improving it next time. You know, so just getting better next time. So, you know, knowing that in order for you to really get good, guys, just like if you were to go learn how to play the guitar, you'd have to practice a lot. It's the same thing with, you know, your business and marketing. You're practicing right now. Consider this practice. This next 30 days, if you're brand new, it's just practice, okay? So it doesn't have to be anything significant or anything like that. Just consider yourself practicing and getting good at your craft. That's it, okay? And so if you can really just put it in that simple of terms in your brain, you'll start to see some major progress within. You know, your fear, overcoming your fear is a huge thing. I used to have a big fear of speaking publicly. And I remember the first time somebody asked me to intro a call, I was afraid. I was shaking. I was so afraid. I didn't even know what to say. I was lost for words. It was scary. And so next thing I know, like, I mean, after I did the call, I realized it wasn't that bad. And I actually volunteered myself to intro that call. I said, do you mind if I intro the call every day? Or I think it was every Monday we have the call or whatever. And the leader, you know, above us, and it was in our MLM, was like, yeah, intro the call. Yeah, we'd love to have you do that. We need somebody to do that, a female even. You know, it was like, it almost like worked out good because they wanted a female. And so I introed the call, and I overcame that fear. I wouldn't say like I overcame the fear of, because then the next thing was becoming a trainer. Now I'm, you know, I've overcome this fear, but now I'm training. I'm set to speak on stage here in Austin at Live the Dream, and it's a, you know, big huge leap from just introing a call, but it started there. And I actually, because I knew in order to get better, I had to just do more of it. And to overcome the fear, I already knew, you know, overcoming the fear of video. Now I had to overcome the fear of speaking on a call live. And forget webinars. I didn't even think about that until later on. I didn't start doing webinars, guys, until seriously like a year and a half, 2 years into my business. So I didn't even do that stuff. That stuff didn't even, I was afraid. I was afraid to do them. So I just started small. That's what I did. Baby steps. I stepped out of my comfort zone, and then I realized that in order for me to get good, I needed to do more of. So I did. And even then, I'm still challenging myself like that today. You hear me talk about this a lot. The wake-up calls were something that I didn't think I enjoyed doing. I had a lot of limiting beliefs for the MLSP wake-up calls. Now I do them every Thursday because I was like, you know what, April, you don't like to do them. Whatever is holding you back, you need to get over it. And I just decided to schedule myself in every Thursday. And actually, I got a email. I don't know if they're telling me I shouldn't schedule it every Thursday or what, but you know, and I've scheduled myself in a lot. Here's what I found. People that are successful do just a little bit more. They do just a little bit more. They might do 2 extra wake-up calls a month. They might do extra webinars every week. I do a lot of webinars. You know, whatever it is, they do extra. They do your extra credit, and that's why they're successful. It's not because they put in hours upon hours beyond somebody. It's because they just did a little bit more. So if you're in this, you know, limbo with yourself right now, where you're just kind of feeling like, I don't know, you know, I don't know if I can do that, just start inching your way. Just start making little steps. It's not all of a sudden, you know how to play the guitar and you're a famous guitar player. It doesn't work that way. You have to find somebody that's going to teach you to play the guitar. You have to learn how to read notes. You have to learn how to, you know, hit the strings. I don't know. I don't even know anything about playing guitar, but you know what I mean. It's going to take you time, and it's going to take you lots of practice to get good. So just keep that in mind when you're going into this, that nobody expects you to do anything. Just go in fresh, ready to go, rock and roll, and just make a commitment to do it. No matter what, if you're fearful or whatever, just do it. So when you're setting your goals, if that's a goal that you need to write down, that I'm just going to do it and I'm going to step out of my comfort zone, whatever it is, every day to get the job done, because you know you have to want it bad enough, of course, to do that, to face your fear every day. I wanted it bad. I knew that I wanted out of my job. I knew I wanted a better life for my kids. I wanted it bad. And sometimes I think people are comfortable. They're just too comfortable. They're comfortable where they're at. I was really uncomfortable. And so if you're comfortable where you are right now, you need to get uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable with your circumstances. Really, really seriously, be real with yourself right now. And I'm setting you guys up for the mindset for this because seriously, you have to hang on to that desire. You got to have a desire to do this. And it has to be really strong. And I know we've heard it time and time again, you know, your why has to be strong enough to make you cry, but it's a very true statement. So you're going to have to get uncomfortable and you have to step out of your comfort zone. And I know a lot of people right now that are even watching right now that are holding themselves back. They're not really doing all that they can in their business right now. And you got to stop. You got to stop it now. You got to start stepping out. You got to step up, really. I wouldn't even say step out. I would say step up because this is serious business, guys. All right, well, I want to thank everybody, Malia, Felix, Elliot for coming on. Margaret was on too. Thank you all. I'm looking forward to this challenge with you guys. You guys seriously are what makes this team. I'm so excited. My kids are going back to school. I keep saying that. I can't wait. And then we can kick off this challenge. So Monday, plan on creating content, whatever it is that you're going to be doing to push yourself forward in your business. If you're already on track, you know, and you're already creating content and all that stuff, but it's something else that you want to challenge yourself like Malia, then that's what you need to do. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, reach out to the person that sponsored you in MLSP. Would be happy to help and assist you with this challenge. Also, make sure you get your accountability partners. I do want to see people connecting. You can always go over in our MLSP group, in our team group, okay, not the My Lead System Pro one, but ours, okay, and just say, hey, I'm looking for an accountability partner. Just post it on the wall in there and let people know that you're looking, okay, because that's the first step. So if you want to find an accountability partner, that's where I would start. Say, hey, I'm doing the 30-day challenge. Need an accountability partner. Would anybody like to be my accountability partner? And hopefully we have a lot of participation because 30 days, the next 30 days leading up to Live the Dream, this is when it really makes it, you know, when it really counts right now, you know, especially if you want to walk across stage. And I hope to see a lot of people on this team do that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Malia, Felix.
Thank you. Good night.
Have a good night, guys. All right. Bye.